Welcome to the lesson real quick. So, first and foremost, December is originally known as the 10th month, which right now is kind of ironic for me because when you add 12 plus 2023, it adds up to 2035, which equals a number 10, which is good. 12 now, let me tell what people should be doing in the 12th month. Before we get into the so-called next year of 2024. And big up to Lloyd Strayhorn, who did a wonderful job on Brother Rich's show, Black Magic 363. Again, both of us teachers, similar stuff, but I teach a whole nother level of different things from another perspective. Not a whole nother, but a different perspective. So the 12th month, because this is the 12th month that adds up to the number 3, but I look at the 12 first because you got to look at it from a holistic perspective. And because 12 in tarot numerology, and where's my tarot book? It's one of the old tarot books. Those who know, those who know, bang, this is what it is. I hear you. As long as you don't become disrespectful, but I'm not doing all of that. Check. So those who know, those that are into tarot, this is what it is. And whoever you are, I'm not here to prove my craft. Prove your craft. I don't know if you're an agent or somebody else. I'm not here to prove anything to nobody. I don't do arguments. I don't do debates. I teach. That's one thing I do. I have no time. One thing everybody likes to say is numbers don't lie. And if numbers don't lie, then I don't have no time to be arguing about people that feel, oh, I want to see how legit it is. I don't care if you care if it's legit or not. I really don't. I really don't give a damn. And I'm old enough to say that. I'm 56 years of age. I'm not a young boy out there in the streets. Go do your thing. So Instead of having, hold on one second, family. Let me just block this dude, so I ain't got no time for him because I know he look like he like to argue, and I ain't got no time for that argument stuff. Just and he likes a good debate. I can tell by his name he likes a good debate. So let me just remove you off the live and keep it moving. Thank you. So as I keep things moving, King Simon keeps things moving. Welcome the tarot. The portion of tarot is very important of when you look at the number 12. So, but as a holistic numerovator, I got to look at the 1, I got to look at the 2, I got to look at the 12, and then I got to look at the 3. That's holistic. I'm not just going to break it down to 3 and that's it and boom, 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 like some of these people be doing. Respect to what they're doing, but I don't do that because there's multiple pictures in doing and seeing the multiplicity of the meaning of the number. Boom. So 12 in compound numerology under the Chaldean system is the number of symbolism, a number of suffering and anxiety of the mind. So in the month of December, be very careful of undergoing any type of suffering and anxiety of the mind. Let nobody get on your nerves. Like that individual that was just on, that kept on trying to throw things like I gotta prove something to him like he's my mama or my daddy. My daddy is a Christian preacher who came and did a session with me, who didn't even believe in that, but I helped him with his marriage. So I'm good. So if the number 12 is the number of suffering and anxiety according to tarot or and it's called the hangman. When you go into tarot books, let's read what it says about in tarot about the number 12. It says, the hangman, a youth suspended by 1 foot from a T-cross of living wood, his arms folded behind his back together with his head, form a triangle, which is that 3 energy, with the point downwards. His legs form a cross. To an extent, the hangman is still earthbound and his foot is attached to the T-cross. He has attained at least a measure of perfection, but not yet complete freedom, symbolizes as in the key 21, because 21 is the reverse number 12, they mentioned the 21 in this. That's why they mentioned the 21. Now, the divine meaning of the number 12, the hangman, in spiritual matters, wisdom and prophetic power, a pause in one's life, suspended decision, self-surrounded, leads to the transformation of the personality. Material temptation is conquered. So, in this book, according from her perspective, the brief divination perspective, she said that this month is a month that deals with spiritual matters, wisdom, prophetic power. So everybody that's in this month, and which is interesting because we're going into the misnomered holiday season of Christmas, Xmas, which a lot of spiritual songs are going to be sung, a lot of hymns. Shim, shimalim, shim, shimalim, shim, shim, shim. They're singing all that. They're going to carol all over the darn place, mess up your house, and do what they got to do. I got it. But you got to remember, it also says a pause in one's life, suspended decisions. Self-surrender leads to the transformation of the personality. So this is one of those months that needs to be transformational. This is one of those months that has to be transformational for your personality. Material temptation is conquered. So this is one of the good, and that's why the ending of that, it says material temptations must be conquered, is conquered. I believe, although I can't prove this, I believe from my perspective and my studies in the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teaching, one of the reasons he did it is because He wanted us, one of the reasons that he taught us to fast in the month of December is to burn out those temptations. That's why it says the number 12, this is the 12th month, is material temptation is conquered. So you're supposed to overcome temptation in a month like this, according to the tarot book. Breaking down some of the tarot in this. That's all. I ain't read it all. I just want to break down and touch on stuff. But like I said, in this book, Kiro's book, he speaks about the suffering and the anxiety of the mind, the sacrifice and being the victim, or it indicates the sacrifice or a victim, or being a victim of being a victim and sacrifice for other people's plans, intrigues and stuff. So you got to be very careful of being a victim. Being very careful of being a victim of other people's plans and intrigues in a month like this. I don't care who they are. They could be your mama, they could be your daddy, they could be your sister, they could be your brother, it could be your cousin, they could be your friend, they could be your boss, they could be your partner, they could be whatever. Be very careful of being sacrificed for the plans and intrigues of others. Very important. Now, in my book, if you haven't gotten it, take a pause for the cause. Take a pause for the cause. Y'all take a snapshot of this book, reverse it when you get a chance, and go get it on Amazon or go through my link tree. Get it on Amazon and go on link, because I speak about this number 12 also. And because this is the 12th month, you have to learn how to apply and make it applicable for yourself. I hope we all understand that. So in my book, because I did multiple researching and studies and downloads for it, the number 12 is the symbol of universal manifestation. We're in the 12th month, which is originally called December, which is really originally called the 10th, which is the Wheel of Fortune energy. We're going to go there too before I get off, because I'm going to get off soon. The number 12 is the symbol of universal manifestation, fruition, and complete expression according to certain esoteric studies. The 12 is also known as the expansion of the perfect duality, because it expands into the number 3, because 1 plus 2 equals 3. When united. And big up to Red Pill who tried to stump me on 3 milli when he said 1 plus 1 really equals 3. I said, that's cute. But 1 plus 1 can be equal 2 when it's dealing with the human factor. 1 plus 1 can also equal 3 children coming out of that mother. 1 plus 1 could also equal 4 children coming out of that. So that was cute. But when it comes to the mathematics, the numerical value, this is where I'm standing on. Because numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. People lie to themselves. So the number 12 is on its highest and wisest side, leads with sensitivity and compassion and creativity. So in a month like this, you got to lead with sensitivity, with compassion and creativity in order for it to be an expansive energy before you go into this new year. Even if you're doing a lot of writing, this is a good month to write your ideas and thoughts and launch it in a January 1st if you want. Or launch it when you're ready to launch it in 2024, because we all know 2024 is what we call the number 8 frequency. However, I was talking to Blue the other day, and I text Brother Rich after Brother Lloyd did his thing, because he went straight to the number 8. But guess what? 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8. If everybody knows that's the truth and that's a fact, put a number 1 in the chat. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8. If everybody knows that's the truth and that's a fact, put the number 1 in the chat. I'll wait, but I'm going to show you something different, because I look at it from a holistic perspective. All right. So Lloyd did a wonderful job from his perspective. I'm always going to salute my teacher, one of my teachers. He's one of my teachers. But you always got to be able to think outside of the box. But make sure you get his book. Stop playing. Make sure you get his book. Stop playing. Family. Now, look outside of the box. I want everybody to look outside of the box. I teach my participants because I don't call y'all students. I call y'all my participants because we're participating and learning with each other. Outside of the box. What other number do you see with 2024? What other numbers can come out of 2024? Let me see if my people are not only left side thinking, they're right side thinking also, because this is left and right working together. And that's how I like to do it. Uh-oh, the board. Y'all know me. Y'all might not be able to see it clear. Come on out. What other number come out of 2024? What else do you see? Now, we already know, all of us know that 2024 equals 8. If you've been listening to me in the past, I broke it down already. I spoke about it already, but I didn't officially go into it yet. We already know that 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8. I'm trying to help y'all to open your mind, and the rest will follow. That's good. You see 0. That's good. That's good. That just adds extremity. That's good. What else do I'll show you what I see. I see 20 and 24 differently. And I see 20 plus 24 equals what? 20 plus 24 equals what? So what year are we also going into? Look at it. Look at it. I should have turned the camera around. I know. I know. No, I don't want us to cancel that. 20 plus 24 equals what? 20 plus 24 equals what? Not 20. 20 plus 24. Somebody just put it. So we're also going into a 44-year cycle. I said 20 plus 24 equals what? So isn't that interesting? We're also going into a 44. Big up to Blue Pill. Me and Blue Pill spoke about it, and Blue Pill looked at me and said, oh, snap. I was watching Lloyd, and I knew 44 was there, but I never thought about, that's why I do holistic numerovation, baby. I look at things from a holistic perspective. I'm not just going to look at 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1. I got to look at the 20. I got to look at the 24. I got to look at what 20 plus 24 equals. I'll look at the 202. I look at the 024. I look at 420. I look at it all to get the big picture. Does that make sense? If it makes sense, put the number 1 in the chat. If it makes sense. Look at the whole picture. Now I got a high frequency 44 master number in the building. Going towards 2024. If it makes sense, put the number 1 in the chat, baby. So I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. And I'm not saying no other numerologist is true to this. It's just that Dr. Africa taught myself personally at his home, look at things from a holistic perspective, King. You actually can charge more, King, because you're profound with the numerology. This is Dr. Africa telling me this. He said I could charge up to $300 to $400 an hour if I wanted to. And I said, Doc, I just want to keep it reasonable for the people. Brother Panic be in your head. Fuck the people. Big up to Brother Panic. Brother Panic love Dr. Africa now, so don't get it twisted. So again, I see things differently. So now if I'm looking at here, now I see 224, 204, 422. Now I'm seeing angle numbers because it's not about the angels. Remember, the angles alert you. The angles you take is going to allow the angels to guide you. Because angel and angle is the same word. And angel is within you. It's not outside of you. Don't look outside of you for no goddamn angel. But numbers represents a mathematical angle if you use it properly and use it appropriately. So you decide which angle you're going to take and which one resonates with you, whether you're looking at 202 or 2024 or 224 or 20 plus, and you see the 44, now you understand and understand why it's important to look at everything from a holistic perspective.
Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numeral Base. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.
It's the Numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022, and get my books on Amazon now.
So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical, esoteric knowledge
is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerovator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.